A dad is on his knees in his front yard, screaming for someone to call 911. In the background, a small plush toy sits, melted on the kitchen counter, and it's the reason his daughter's being rushed to the hospital. This isn't a horror movie, this is a $15 toy from Pop Mart, and it's just one of the trends currently ripping through TikTok that parents don't even know yet. Every few months, a new trend takes over TikTok. Some are stupid, some are actually kind of wholesome, and some generally put kids in the hospital. And today, we're not doing the old ones you've already heard about. No ice cream licking, no devious licks. We're curving the trends happening right now, the ones parents haven't caught up to yet. I'm not emo, and by the end of this video, you're gonna be looking at your TikTok feed a lot differently. Labubu, the obsession that became impossible to ignore. Let's ease into this one, because not every trend on this list is going to end in an ambulance. Some of them are just weird. If you've been anywhere near TikTok in the last year, you've seen them. Labubus, ugly little monsters, dolls with jagged teeth and a grin that looks like it knows something you don't. They started as blind box collectibles from a company called Pop Mart, and somehow they turned into one of the biggest fashion accessories of the year. Clipped onto designer bags, unboxed on camera, ranked, traded, and treated like tiny celebrities. Kids are spending their allowance, and in some cases, parents are spending hundreds of dollars chasing quote unquote rare Labubus, the same way people used to chase rare Pokemon cards. Resellers are marking up limited edition 300%. Some stores have had actual lines and shoving matches on restocks.
Go, Kylie, go! Good job, Kylie. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Wow, look at her go. Woo!
Is it dangerous? Not really. Is it a little unhinged that grown adults are camping outside a mall for a blush toy shaped like a goblin? Also yes. But consider this your warm-up, because what's coming next is a lot less cute. The Needle Cube Challenge, the toy that's sending kids to the burn unit. Remember those squishy gel stress toys, the ones that look like a cube full of cutted slime? They're called Needle. They're marketed for kids as young as 3, and up until recently, nobody thought twice about them. Then, TikTok found a way to make them dangerous. The trend is simple. Freeze the toy, then microwave it, expecting the texture to come out even softer and more satisfying to squish. Sounds harmless. It is not. When the gel is heated, it doesn't heat evenly. It builds pressure inside the shell, and it can rupture violently seconds after you pick it up. And this isn't even slime that wipes off. It's hot, sticky glue-like gel that sticks straight to skin and keeps burning. This isn't a hypothetical. In one case, a 7-year-old girl was placed inside a medical-induced coma after the toy exploded and covered her face and chest.
Two sisters are having fun in the kitchen. Then, little Gia pops a toy into the microwave to heat it up. She's too small to reach the buttons, so she stands on her big sister's back. Then, something terrible happens. The toy suddenly bursts open, burning 8-year-old Gia in the face. Her mother races her to the sink.
It was sticky and it was hot.
And another, a 9-year-old boy suffered second-degree burns to his face and hands.
I'm just gonna tell them to never copy what I did or copy other kids, what they do, or don't follow TikTok, what they say it to do.
The right side of his face was kind of melting off, basically.
He does remember where he got the idea to put it in the microwave.
I didn't know it was a trend on TikTok before, because my friend did it before, but she put it in for, she didn't get hurt.
Hospitals have now treated multiple children with nearly identical injuries from the same viral trend, and the pattern keeps repeating. A new city, a new kid, but the same toy. The manufacturer has publicly stated that product should never be treated, frozen, or microwaved, and says it's worked with TikTok to get the videos taken down. But you know how this goes. Pull one video, 5 more pop up. The worst part? This isn't some obscure dark web there. It's a toy sitting in the sensory aisle of literally every Target and Five Below in the country. Parents have no reason to think twice about it until they do. The door kick challenge, when a prank becomes a felony. If the last trend was about kids accidentally hurting themselves, this one is about kids intentionally hurting other people. It's not even realizing it.
911, where is your emergency?
Someone just tried to kick in our front door.
This trend has homeowners association on the website.
It could put people on both sides of the door in a dangerous situation.
Teens are kicking doors, mimicking a home invasion.
Sergeant Kristen Jasinski says the people behind these pranks could face criminal charges like vandalism and...
The door kick challenge is exactly what it sounds like. Teens sprint up to a random house at night, kick the front door as hard as they can, and run before anyone answers.
So right now I'm outside of the Arlington Heights Police Department, and the department...
The goal is just the reaction. The sound, the shock, maybe catching a homeowner freaking out on a doorbell camera. Except this isn't a victimless prank. Doors get broken, homeowners get terrified, think they're being robbed. In at least one case, it turned into something nobody could take back. In Florida, a 14-year-old boy was arrested after kicking in the front door of a home that, unknown to him, had 2 dogs inside. One of them, a small Yorkshire Terrier, bolted through the busted door in a panic, ran into the street, and was hit and killed by a car. The homeowner wasn't even angry about the door. She just wanted people to understand the dog lost its life over a video that was supposed to get likes. The teen was eventually charged with burglary and criminal mischief, and that's the part kids don't think about when they film this. This isn't a slap on the wrist. Breaking into a stranger's property, even for quote-unquote content, is a felony in most states. No view count is worth a criminal record, and in this case, it wasn't even worth what actually happened. Chapter 5. Chroming, aka dusting, the trend that refuses to die.
I'm addicted to air duster. Hey, open your eyes, please. Open your eyes, please. When I'm high, I don't really have any worries or concerns. I feel like everything is in its right place.
Every trend on this list so far has been bad. This last one is the one that should actually terrify you, because it's not new, it's a comeback. A few years ago, a trend called chroming spread across TikTok, inhaling toxic fumes from things like aerosol cans or keyboard cleaner to get a quick high. It racked up hundreds of millions of views before platforms cracked down and banned the hashtags associated with it. In 2025, it came back, rebranded as dusting, and it's spreading through group chats and private shares faster than it can be moderated. Same chemicals, same danger, new name to dodge the filters. This isn't a you'll feel sick the next day kind of risky. Inhalants used like this can cause sudden cardiac arrest, literally called sudden sniffing death syndrome. And otherwise completely healthy teenagers on the very first try, there's no warning sign, no slow build up. It can just end everything instantly, from something that looks like nothing more than a can of compressed air sitting in a desk drawer. Platforms that banned the old hashtags didn't matter. The trend didn't die. It just changed its name and kept moving. And that's the scariest pattern in this entire video. It's not that TikTok doesn't catch these trends, it's that banning a hashtag doesn't ban an idea. It just makes the idea harder to track. Chapter 6. Closing. So, is TikTok the villain here? Not exactly. The app didn't invent the impulse to do something reckless for attention. That's older than the internet. What TikTok did invent is a speed. A trend that used to take months to spread from one schoolyard to another now takes about 48 hours to go from one kid's bedroom to 1 million For You pages. The pattern is always the same. Something goes viral, it gets more extreme with every upload, and by the time the platform catches up, real kids have already gotten hurt trying to keep up with the video. A toy that was never meant to be dangerous, a door that was never meant to be kicked, a can that was never meant to be inhaled. None of this means kids are broken or that this generation is somehow worse than the ones before it. Every generation has had a version of Hold My Beer. The difference now is the audience. and the algorithm that decides how far that terror can travel. If there's one thing to take from this video, the danger was never really the trends, it's how fast a trend can spread before anyone's had the chance to say don't. Now before you go, make sure you hit subscribe and check out this previous video to see more what's actually happening on the internet that most people miss. Thank you guys for everything. Ciao.